Okay, friends, let's talk about this CFU 5. Just like what we had did earlier, you're going to work alongside with this video so that you can check your answer. But you will need to make sure you answer the questions before you can move on to the rest of the video. And you have to go all the way to the end before you can move on to the next part of your Nearpod. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. I want you to find the zeros of these two functions. So a quick reminder, zeros is the same thing as your x-intercept. And remember that your x-intercept means that your y is equal to 0. Because the graph and the x are talking, they don't want y in that conversation, right? So let's take a look. If I want to find the zero of this equation, first of all, let's change this function to a regular equation. So I'm going to x out the f of x. Instead, what do I put in there in its place? You should put a y in its place. So you have y equals 4x minus 16. Remember, we're looking for 0. 0 is the same thing as what? 0 is the same thing as your x-intercept, which means that y is equal to 0. Y is not in the conversation. So I'm going to take that 0 and plug it into the y. Go ahead and type out what new equation you would have after you scratch out the y and replace it with a 0. You should have 0 equals to 4x minus 16. And at this point, you should solve for x. X on one side, no x on the other side. So that's going to give you 0. 4x stays on this side, minus 16 becomes positive 16 on the other side. So you have 16 equals to 4x. Divide everything by 4. I'm going to write the answer up here. X is equal to 4. Or you can write the 0 is 4. Okay, let's take a look at the second one. Let's work through the second one together. Let's rewrite that new equation. Instead of r of x, instead of the function notation, what's my equation going to look like? You should have written y equals to negative 3x minus 12. Now, if I'm looking for 0, remember we're looking for 0. What's another word for 0 again? It's your x-intercept. And when you're talking about x-intercept, who are you not talking about? Who is not in the conversation? Y is not in the conversation. So y is equal to 0. Plugging it in, what's my new equation going to be? Take the 0, plug it into the y. So you would have 0 equals to negative 3x minus 12. Now I'm solving for x. X on one side, no x on the other side. You have 0 equals negative 3x on this side, positive 12 on the other side when I move it across. So I have 12 equals to negative 3x. What's next? You divide by negative 3 on both sides. So that should give me an answer. X equals to what? X equals to negative 4. Or you can say the 0 is equal to negative 4. Okay, what I need you to do, now that you have answered all the questions on the video, I need you to take a picture using your laptop camera of the CFU 5, just the CFU 5, and then upload it onto the Finding Zero assignment in your Schoology. There should only be one question. You just upload the picture on there.